This video is to show you a couple things you should be able to do with your dog. One is touch them all over, look in their mouth, touch their paws without them pulling away, front and back. So anyway, and be able to roll them on their backs too, obviously, and give a tummy rub. But the main thing I really wanted to talk about is, in addition to just being able to know that they can be touched everywhere, you're also discovering, is there something that hurts? So in other words, let's say something was in her ear right now and I did this and she yelped, I could be like, ooh, sorry. And then I can start poking around and say, ooh, there it is, boom, bug, whatever. So if you don't do this, I do this every morning and sometimes at night too, or I especially do paws at the end of a walk. You have to look through every single paw pad. Make sure there's no foxtails in there or burrs. They'll walk around with stuff stuck in here. Tar, peanut butter, bubble gum. So you want to make sure that's not in there hurting your dog's paws. So if you don't check every day and they're not limping, you're not going to know. So you always check inside their paws, but you always check their whole body. Is there a new bump? And if that new bump is there, how big is it? Note it. Is it bigger next time? Does it seem itchy? All these things are things that you are doing to make sure your dog stays in good shape and you can call the vet really quickly if something is going wrong. You don't have to wait for it to have gotten completely out of hand. And then lastly, I'd like to do a shout out for dog massage. With my dog, she has an injured shoulder from almost being killed a year ago. So I have to really do a lot of work on her shoulders in here. And I do very gently. And if you don't know anything about dog massage, you can look up techniques. You can find a local dog masseuse that serves your area, and they can teach you some moves as well, which is great. And that way you know that you won't be injuring your dog. But basically what you're seeing me do here is barely touch. It's just very light. And the other reason I can tell she likes it, her eyes are closing. If she jumps up and says, ouch, obviously you're not doing the right thing. But if your dog is staying here loving this, and I just use like her own body weight here against her on her back, yeah, she loves it. So you just want to make sure. It also helps you check your dog's weight. You know, if you feel the ribs really well, they're thin enough. If you can't feel the ribs, time for a diet. You can feel the ribs too easily. You can see the ribs, more food. So it just keeps you in sync with your dog. And gives you a whole bunch of dopamine by touching them so much. But again, it's a great way to know their body so you know when something does go wrong, that it feels differently and you have to take action.